Hey, good morning. This is January 29th, 2026. And I'd like to thank Jesse O, the best new sportscaster broadcasting today, who, like everyone else, including myself, suggested just do it, just start it, just broadcast. And so, ta-da, here we are. Truly first live stream of Jesus Stan. For those who, this is a stream for those who love the word and those who have ever cried out to that word. The word God, the word any higher power. I could have, and I will be doing a broadcast, a podcast, and I have an AI podcast ready to go. As a matter of fact, I probably have a dozen, not a dozen. That's crazy. Couple ready to go, and I will, but I mean, they sound good, but they're not me, and that is uh, a mixed bag right there. So I wanted to start with who I am. I'm Jennifer Dami. I am an old, well, we'll talk. I'm an old lady, born in 1958. I have looked at investigated a lot of things, looked at a lot of things, and I want to give a little bit of a cry out to all of the people that have ever been inspired by the Golden Rule, Ten Commandments, any inspiration that you've gotten from any higher power we talk about, but we're focusing on the words that Jesus spoke that have led to countless lives improving, countless lives how can I say reaching fulfillment. So I want to, what did I do? So I've been trying to do this thing for some time. So I have to say first, if you if you ever if you're a lover of the word, if you've ever cried out, if you've prayed to God for anything, follow this stream and subscribe, because you're the person to help another through their battles. I'm so old I don't understand any of this, and I again have to trust the higher power. To all the neuro-distracted people, the scatterbrained, the failures, in fact, that's what has kept me from beginning this months and months and months and months ago. If you've ever suffered with any sort of neural processing, this podcast is for you. If this resonates with you, like and subscribe. I don't even know where people point down a whole lot. That's a whole nother thing. For these reasons, well, for I believe that, and as I say, and we'll get further into this. This is absolutely impossible for me. But then all the wise people out there, and everything that I read in here says nothing is impossible with God. And since since I know what I heard, I have to accept that this is the way I am to do it, and well, let's talk about what that is. I heard many years ago, and like this is what I don't even know where to begin, which is probably a problem with live streaming. Like and subscribe. Decades ago, I even before that, let's talk. I grew up being aware of God, being aware of Jesus Christ. I grew up in the Unitarian Church and learned about absolutely every other God but Jesus Christ, and respected every other God but Jesus Christ. I grew up in a time where government would pray, would ask for some higher inspiration to guide their actions. Yet in 1970, I became aware of the hippie movement brought all the love and this and that to the mainstream. All the revolutions were happening, sexual, civil rights. Even in the 70s, I knew that believing in Jesus was tolerated, but it was not celebrated, and it was not to be celebrated. Those people were looked at as freaks. So that's been 50 years. 50 years of what do they call that? Well, isolation. That means to say that those generations coming after me have been less exposed and less exposed and less exposed to the word that I comment, I declare, whatever. I propose started this government, started this country. Those things. As you can tell, the circle back. I'm like Trump with this whole circle back thing. Hopefully, I get back there. So I grew up in a time where Christianity was questioned. Not exactly sure why, and we're going to be looking at that at Jesus Stand, and toying with that at the Jesus Stand Club. We'll get to the club in a bit in the future. So I have seen a need, particularly for the young people that went through the COVID lockdowns. So if you were locked down in your home or masked and alienated from your spiritual guides, and you were left to the government that made us basically slaves. If you were a child and couldn't understand why you couldn't play with your friends, why you couldn't have friends, This podcast for you is for you. This stream is for you. Like and subscribe. That would be great. If you believe in my mission, which will get pretty clear, get clearer. You keep listening. You'll get it if you keep. If please like and subscribe. We need to grow this movement so that we can touch as many people as possible. The particularly through the Jesus Stand Club, the International Jesus Stand Club. If you're appreciate all you neurodivergent people. If you're distracted or scatterbrain failure, if that resonates with you, like and subscribe. I have notes and notes and notes and binders and papers, all organizing this for years, trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do and what happened. So I grow up knowing about Jesus, praying to God, understanding that God has guided my life. I as a child of the 70s, going through the self actualization era, be here now, create your own reality, all of that. I understood that as neurodivergent as I was, I had no idea what I was doing, and I had no idea how I got from one place to the other. And most people who knew me also questioned that. But I believed in signs. Many cultures believe in watching for signs. And I always believed in doing good. And that came a lot from, because I didn't go to church, from the theory of karma, and that I didn't want to start anything in this life that I would have to pay for in the next one. So I'd like to clean up some karma and not start any new. So that's basically how I formed my philosophy, personal philosophy, growing up. Those and as I went through middle school, called junior high school, then middle school and high school, testing my theories of society and acceptance, that many of you, hopefully on this feed, Gen Z, I love you. As a boomer, I love you. God bless you. That as you getting to your what do they call that? I don't know. Prime, you're in I don't know prime, but in your developing years, that you weren't able to take your identity and see how that fits in society, because we do live in a society. We live in a society with other people, and also another topic we will get into. I can't see. There I go. Distracted and scatterbrained. So I grew up in a not godless yet society, but certainly a free society, free to do whatever you want. My generation absolutely uh, celebrated the recreational drug uh, era. Uh, not to so so as there are many other distractions uh, taking us away from God and the rules, all put in it's in a book. We'll talk about the book. All those things. Um, so I get to college. We'll get another topic. I get to a fine college. How I got there, also questionable, except for one clear thread through my life is that divine inspiration, divine uh, whatever it is, uh, actions in my life led me to prestigious college. And, and and as I get out, everything else that happens. I'm clear, and I do give myself uh, to Jesus a little bit, though I do convert to Catholicism. So another story, or same story. So I'm guided through my life with by God. Uh, Other things happen. I find myself uh, at a point in during the lockdown, as a matter of fact, in 2020. Uh, Understanding the schism between our American society and their um, founding fathers, and the propaganda that I also learned about in the 60s, watching all the things that they warned about in the 60s about propaganda and Pravda and Russia and blah blah and brainwashing. As I see that uh, in the uh, 2020 and years leading up to that, I see all that, and I've seen that through the educational system. Another topic. Uh, I see that. What do I see? Scatterbrained. So I get inspiration through uh, John F. Kennedy's not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. I was there. I heard it. I I I was touched by that. I was inspired by that in as a child, and grew up with that in my head for was what 62 19 anyway, childhood. So as I see our union, the United States, battling with itself over made up notions, um, ex, 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 exaggerated notions of political and social strife. I uh, done done a couple of things to try to unify our country together, uh, and so another topic. So Anyway, and it's good. Yeah, good to have a list. So I I'm able to attend church. I begin attending churches. I begin to understand and feel the gratitude that I've had throughout my life for the things that I've experienced, the things uh that's about it. Things I've had, the modest things I've had. Uh so that gave me an outlet to express my gratitude to the God, and I always knew that was the Judeo Christian God, Yahweh. Um, so I'm how do I get here? Uh, how can I say this? Let's get to the Jesus. Where I was used to, I would say that and if you can identify with any of this, like and subscribe. So as I well as I always said that me and Jesus were like people in a bar and and bar games, and I played darts, and Jesus plays pool. Jesus is a master pool player because Jesus is the greatest of all. And I, as a dart player, appreciate his skills and appreciate his abilities. Uh, and it, so uh, so there's that. So I've always known about Jesus. I've always appreciated what he said. I've always appreciated how he was able to reach out to people, and we'll get into that, but reach out for the poor. So so I so I've always that's been in my head. The main point of this whole thing is that and why I'm doing this is that I was heard. There are two times that I hear from God. By the way, I hear from God uh, through other people. Listen to their advice, follow what they say, things work out. God speaks, things work out. So I hear one day tell you the story another time. I don't even know how long this is going to go on. Um, you're oh, a teacher needs to replace a teacher. A former professor passes away. I get this message in my head, and so long story short, I become a teacher, high school teacher, teacher of English. And did I say I was neurodivergent? So that was ironic, and that's well problematic. Um, uh, and years later, maybe a decade or two ago, I hear same voice. You're going to speak for me. We'll get back to that. You're going to speak for me now. That the only person that can be is God. Duh. And like all, what can I say? People who have heard voices that they believe that God has asked them to do something, been given a mission, argue as I did because I have no idea what that meant. And no one else ever listened to me. Side the point. However, that same God that said you're going to speak for me, probably earlier time frame. One doesn't generally write that down, but it was certainly in the late 20th century. I earlier than that, I would. I am not the most organized person, and I had an aversion to cleaning the house, and so one of the things that would put me in a panic is the sound of the vacuum cleaner. And so as I was vacuuming, I don't know, number of times that I ever vacuumed, I would pray out loud as I'm vacuuming, please don't let me die. Please don't let me die. Please don't let me die. Please don't. Throughout the whole that thing, the whole job. And didn't die. And as a matter of fact, my God, and if your God is a jokester, like and subscribe. So whenever I hate something, God always makes me do it as a profession. Ha ha ha. Again, we'll get to that. So I'm praying that I don't die because of that noise, because I believe that is what hell is like. Hot and what God does is make me a vacuum cleaner salesperson. Of course, it didn't make any money, but that again, not the point. Not the point. Preparing me. So here's some. This is how God in all of his facets works. So here's my problem. His solution was to make me do it more as a way of income in order to prepare me for the partner that I received through prayer. Who was a contractor who ran a commercial shop vac, which is the noisiest vacuum ever. So that's the God of my life. So I so this so I hear that and I go on and on and on, but when you hear something like that, and if you've ever heard that, if you have a calling in the back of your head that has been given to you by some sort of spirit, demons, no, don't do that. Don't do any of that. But if it leads to love and peace, do that. So you're going to speak for me. I get we find what am I saying? Going through all of this technology, uh, and millions of people making millions of dollars, blah blah blah. Becoming brands. Yeah. Oh, you follow me at Jesus. We stand Jesus in many of the of I'll make a list or put it links somewhere. Uh, we stand Jesus. Um, follow me wherever there is. So okay. So I hear the calling. You're going to speak for me. I I I I begin to watch uh shows about. Oh, okay. So they've so I am I so then I believe I get involved. I participate in. I am aware of 12-step programs. 12-step programs based on the Alcoholics Anonymous book, Alcoholics Anonymous. That and experience and witness and confirm that God is the way to re- to redeem and uh, resurrect worthless drunks, worthless people that they would throw away historically. That through God and prayer, you can have a new life. Works it works if you work it. So part of that uh, philosophy is that you expand your uh, prayer and meditation, your connection with your higher power. That higher power is God, as I've known all my life. So where I had to do, and as a matter of fact, how I got here today is only the product of JesusStand.com, my moving over to the pool table, becoming a pool player in the spirit. Okay, playing spirit pool. Uh, uh, so in order to participate deeper in one program, I have to delve deeper into pool. So I begin and earnestly. The way to do that is to stop praying to God and start praying to Jesus. Now, I in my experience, and we can get to that. One of my adventures, entrepreneurial gigs, was a tour. And maybe you're following me because of that. We tour around the country, asking where people get their hope from, and the ones that could answer me instantly are those that believed in Jesus. Hopeful, get their hope from Jesus. Boom, bam, bam. I was able to cross the country numerous times, and I fully understand that this is a God-fearing country. We just have to be praying. We have to be fearing the right God. God-fearing country. Christian country. And deepening my connection to Jesus Christ and as studying him and reading the book, like if you're I appreciate programs that have books, not unlike the Constitution. So as I read the book and begin to understand the personal relationship, the uniqueness about Christianity is it is a God who with whom the point is to have a personal relationship with him. And the divineness of it is that one can't argue that has happened for generations, for millennium. This whole thing is 3,000 plus years. This God never gives up to those people who trust in him, to talk to him, believe in him, love him. Back to that. So when you build a relationship, and any of you who have, if you've ever been in love, follow and subscribe. If you ever wanted to be in love, follow me and subscribe. It's about love. It's a love story. It's a love story. JesusStan.com, coming to any day now. Follow me at JesusStan.com. We Stand Jesus podcast streams. We Stand Jesus. It's if you've ever been in love, if you've ever wanted to be in love, if you've never been in love and long for that, follow this, because we're going to share we're going to share about hope and about miracles and the effects of prayer. So if you've ever prayed for anything, follow and subscribe. All right, let me see okay. Let me see if I can, I do have notes that I'm trying to follow. Yeah, I don't know, need to take a break. And this is not AI. The AI couldn't do this. So let's see. Let's take a look. Since we talked about the book, that would be nice. See that? Oh, here we are. It's embarrassing. Okay. How are we doing on power? All right. So again, welcome to We Stand Jesus. If you just joined us, glad you missed all. Well, see if you can see the rest of this, but you probably didn't. You'll catch up. So if you ever heard a calling, if you ever had a calling, it's but if you ever had a calling, like and subscribe. My calling, decades ago, you're going to speak for me. Knew who it was. It was God, like a prophet. Again, which is why I said, you got the wrong guy. Plus, I don't talk about stuff I don't understand. I don't know. I knew. I heard. Everything that I heard about God, I did, just in case. Which is why I don't understand why people just don't do it. But that's me. So I did what I heard was supposed to work. I knew super as much as anyone else. Bible, 2 books, one old, one new. I like the old one, I think. Well, because that guy in that new one still have few. I had some issues. I can accept the whole thing, but those prickly little things like virgin birth, resurrection, that part we can delve more into more at JesusStand.com, talking about the historical excavations and historical facts about Jesus Christ, which is who this stream is about. The fans, if you're a fan of anything I've said, become a fan. We'll talk about that. I would need everyone to watch Paramount Plus's documentary about Stan, about Eminem and his song Stan. Those are who I'm calling to you. If you know that song, like and subscribe. We need that energy. We need that unity to spread the word as every can't say that. Never mind. Take that back. Okay, back to that. So I am I'm led to do, in my spirit, led to do a tour called Freedom to Hope Tour. We'll talk about that sometime. Freedom to Hope Tour, taking me around the country, talking to people, interacting with people, a skill that the evil forces retarded, degraded. People are afraid of people now. I believe we're going to address with the fan club. All right. So here we are. I have this tour I want to do. I know I need a website. I need to talk about it. I need to help people understand we're not a racist country. Hello. Because we're a Christian country, and that's not how Christ works. Nor does this country. If you would disagree with me, like and subscribe. I'd love to talk to you. So I understand. So I understand the power of broadcasting, the power of technology. Too scatterbrained to understand it. Make it impossible. All right, but however, so I start watching these things about Paul, and I understand his and it resonates. His calling resonates with my calling, and how what he did because of that, following that, insane. Uh, so what can I say? So all right. So I so which I don't know what came first, chicken, egg, uh, uh, becoming a Protestant, uh, and uh, accepting Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. That never came out of my mouth. That never. Right, and yet, and yet, I followed a book that said that very thing. That in order for me to go from glory to glory, from uh, 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 success to success, I have to own that. I have to believe that. I have to own it. Uh, uh, and the bet. I'm a tester. I don't recommend that. It doesn't say, it says don't do that in the book. And yet I do, and it always works. It always proves true. So I can't argue with the voice, because the voice always leads to something not that I was expecting. I could probably expect the complete opposite, and yet we'll get to those miracles in the future broadcast stream. I don't even know what you call it. So future broadcast, I should make a list and I'll send it out to all of you who follow me. Send you a list. I've watched so many lists. Probably the podcast is going to be on my notes. We'll look for Jesus. We Stand Jesus notes. That'll be hilarious. All right. So I have this project, have this goal, want to be funded by some NGO that wants to throw millions of dollars to somebody, but this is going to be a good idea. It's a great idea. I heard it was a great idea. I heard from many people, and thank you. If you were on that, if you were on my tour and we talked to each other, thank you. Like and subscribe. Well, I'd love to talk to you again. So that grew into well, I'm pretty sure what it is now. Straight Jesus. Start you just little bit in. So I have this friend who is and if you have one of these, like and subscribe. It's the only way to keep this going. We want to gather people who believe in the good things and ultimately believe in love. And so if we can get that growing, a love club growing, Jesus Stand Club growing, we're going to talk about Eminem and his stands. I was inspired by that show to engage with Christians and Christian communities and those who are examining their faith, particularly the young people. You know anyone who's young and is lost and to put us together. I was lost. Been lost. Loss is not a bad place as long as you keep finding where you're supposed to be, finding who you're supposed to be, finding who you're supposed to be with. That being said, if you found that person, that that inspires you to be better, that inspires you, that in fact tells you universal truth, speaks to you like God, like this friend of mine says, read Jeremiah. Now that out of the blue, and Jeremiah then comes up in a number of things. I can't even explain what. So I developed JesusStand.com. I have stickers. If you want a sticker, send you a sticker for free. Like and subscribe. Okay. So I make a lot of, so I have a Jesus Stand. Spent a lot of money on Jesus Stand. And because it's a great idea. But I don't want to do it. I don't, and as I tell people, I can't do this. This is impossible. Except God says anything is possible with God. That's not a quote. It's just the truth. That, see, right. So I am I'm the last person that should be talking about clear. Well, if you don't like AI, like and subscribe. Though I will have AI-ish podcasts for those people who like a thread. Who like go from A to B to C to, yeah, linear thinkers. I'll have something for you. Like and subscribe. So I have, Jeremiah, like why? But however, I find out today why is because Jeremiah was a guy who God told him. So I'm reading this, and like I say, Jeremiah 1:7. The word of the Lord came to me, saying, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." I'm not saying I'm set apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. Again, not saying that, though I might find you might be out there. Subscribe. We'll talk. Alas, sovereign Lord, I said, I do not know how to speak. I am too young. I do know how to speak. I do not know how to speak. I am too old. I am too neurodivergent. So I have those very same thousands of years ago, same guy, same problem. I have no idea about about technology. I do it as best I can, but to run an ecosystem, which is basically what I'm describing, streams, podcasts, merchandise. I'll put a link somehow to some. Oh well, you saw the sticker. Jesus Stand merchandise. Why I have merchandise? We'll get back to Jeremiah. Why I have merchandise? Why Jesus made me have merchandise? is to imagine the cup every morning as you fill up your coffee cup or whatever cup you have. Uh, you see you're part of a community. Jesus stand or an inspirational verse because God commands us to read the word every day because it helps you. I can't say I can't express how my life is. Oh, I can't. I don't know how you can is I'm flourishing because of all the in order to see how tricky God is. In order to speak for Him, and it's in my DNA now to do it, I have to learn His words in order to speak for Him. Again, why I had to learn about Jesus, He kind of baked it in there with the whole speak for me. If I can't speak for Him unless I understand His Son. So now, in order to understand His Son and speak, I have to know verse, chapter and verse. So I have to read, dyslexic, neurodivergent. Okay. Do not say I am too young. So there's God. So I'm too old and too scatterbrained, too disorganized. I can go on. Too poor. Again, go on. You must not say I am too young or all those things. You must go to everyone I send you to and say whatever I command you. Do not be afraid of them, for I am with you and will rescue you, declares the Lord. So I have to go talk to other people. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. I guess yeah, this is not going to be entertaining. So, because as a fan club to recruit other fans, I have to go into the community. I am in Silver City, New Mexico. Go around its community. I just moved here. Hello. Go. Although Jesus only went to strange places where He was a stranger. Oh, back and forth. But mostly a stranger. So, Silver City, New Mexico. Go around and get a club. And so when I need to know, so that fear can't do. I have a passage right here. Get a Bible, follow the word. Uh, 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 even if you don't agree, try it. Just like anyway. Oh, that wasn't too preachy. All right, don't be afraid of them, for I'm with you. Okay, so now I have to trust the guy that I've always trusted throughout my life to do this thing I don't want to do. I don't. Okay. Then the Lord reached out His hand and touched my mouth and said to me, I have put my words in your mouth. See, today I appoint you over nations and kingdoms to uproot and tear down, to destroy and overthrow, to build and to plant. I'm not overthrowing anything, starting a club, fan club. If you love the word, oh. All right. So randomly, maybe we could. I don't even know. Oh, an hour. See, He did it. So randomly, I read Jeremiah. So particularly if a thought is in your head and won't leave, I don't know. Good luck. Like won't leave mine. So I started Jeremiah and immediately talks to me about what I'm doing. And oh, besides the fact that throughout the Bible it says don't freaking complain. Don't gripe and don't. But of course, today, the day I say I'm going to do this, I think every day. maybe not this long-winded, that I will be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. With understanding that I'm not too much of anything. Too much. All right. So thank you for being here, StreamYard, and I imagine YouTube. I don't know. I haven't pushed it that much. Thank you. Come back tomorrow, and God bless you.